what is going on, comic book familia? Yes, we are back with a special edition of Hanging Out with the Laguardias, a San Diego Comic-Con 2025 edition. Today is Sunday. Comic-Con just ended about 2 hours ago, but we're gonna do a recap of what we enjoyed and what we didn't enjoy about San Diego Comic-Con. It's crazy, it's hectic, but we come back every year. You ready to go?
Absolutely. Another year is come and gone, guys, but we Comic-Con on. Let's go.
Comic-Con on, no matter what. I have been going since 1993.
Yeah.
My daughter was basically a year old the first time I went, and this is like my 93, about over 30 years I have been going.
Yeah, there's only 1 year you skipped out.
Yeah.
So 32 years in total, guys.
32
This is a veteran of Comic-Con, okay?
I'm a veteran of Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So let's get going.
We had very different experiences this year. You know,
yes.
we definitely still hung out a lot. We did a lot together, but this year we definitely kind of like not forced to do our own things, but we had to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually in years past, I always ask my daughter to hang out and go to panels with me if I can't make them, to get certain comic books that they give away for free. This year I said no. You know, if I get a comic book, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I just wanted her to have the best time possible, as much as possible. And that's what she did.
Yeah, this was the first year I felt comfortable enough to really like branch out on my own. Boy, you guys, did I branch out. We've got some crazy stuff that happened. I mean, just things that I'm not used to doing on my own. I did get in a Hall H on Friday, and all I wanted to see was Tron, but everything else I saw in between, mind blown.
Yeah, one of the main reasons we couldn't, go to all the panels together is because I have my own Comic-Con panel, how to start a comic book YouTube channel, and that was on Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. in the San Diego Public Library. And I told her, you don't have to come if you don't want to. And usually there's a lot of Marvel panels during that time. And like I said, she usually goes to them for me. But I said, no, you do your own thing, which she did.
Yeah.
So Comic-Con started on preview night, which I went with a few of my friends. Starts about 5 o'clock. And, we got there and all the craziness started. We tried to get some exclusives, but we kind of struck out the first night. That's how crazy it is. But I did manage to pick up some items as usual during San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm going to show you a few of them. My first item that I was after was this Marvel Mint card by Topps. Everybody was after this. I didn't get it on preview night, but I believe I got it on Thursday. Yeah, no, Thursday or Friday, I forgot. It's a blur now, but everybody was after these cards, and I got this, so that was very cool.
But he hasn't opened it yet.
I haven't opened it yet. I'm planning on selling this on eBay, but I heard recently that if you open them, there may be some like 1 in 100 cards in there.
Yeah, but you take that gamble and you just don't know.
You just don't know. Also, when I bought that, they gave away this free Fantastic Four card right here. If you can see it right there. So that was pretty cool. So that was the very first item that I got. After that, like I said, I went to Hasbro and I bought the... when I buy Back to the Future Hot Wheel, and then the Jaws Hot Wheel 50th anniversary. I'll show pictures of them also because they're still in the box. I haven't even opened those up yet.
I was wondering why I was seeing so much Jaws promotional things. I didn't realize it was the 50th anniversary. That's super cool. Yeah,
it was 50th anniversary, and then after that, another hard item that was very difficult to get. I got this on Saturday. We made a mad rush, me and my friend, to their booth, and they gave away these tickets to pick up this record. It's Tron Ares by 9 Inch Nails. Whoops. It's right here. I haven't played it yet. My daughter wants me to play it, and part of me wants to sell it.
No, I don't. I just want to keep it because I was so pumped to see Tron in Hall H.
Yeah.
That's literally all I wanted to do. It was pretty early on Friday morning when they kind of just dropped me off at the shoots in Hall H, and luckily I just walked in.
Yeah.
But I had to stay there for 7 hours just to see the thing I wanted to see.
Yes.
But I mean, I did see a lot of cool stuff in between.
Tell us what you saw on Friday at Hall H.
At first they were showing, I'm sure a lot of you guys know it, this show called Outlander. A woman who time travels.
Okay.
Into different time periods. I didn't know a lot about it, but I kind of got in between that. And the next one they're doing is about her parents time traveling. But I got to see an uncut version of Predator Badlands. I got this cool mask they handed out. Seeing that and just like seeing the uncut version and like explaining it to our family members after, I was like, I don't really usually get into those kinds of movies, but I was like, I'm gonna watch it. This is great. This is fantastic.
Awesome.
We got to see the pilot episode of Alien Earth. That was like also another thing that I was like, I would normally never watch this show, and now I'm already hooked, and I've only seen the pilot. I was like, let's go. Give me more immediately. I saw Joe Coy and Fluffy.
Yeah, Iglesias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them. That was cool. I'm more of a Joe Coy person. They did like give us some stuff, so I got this shirt that says Josep on it.
Cool.
So that was neat. And then of course Tron. That was just amazing. Like just seeing all the lights come on, seeing the warriors come out, seeing the cast. One of the cast members I actually knew from the show called Shameless.
Okay.
I think his first name was Cameron, and he played Ian Gallagher. And like when the crowd got really quiet, I yelled out, "Let's go, Gallagher!" And I swear, you guys, I saw him smirk. I
Nice.
swear. And it just made my day knowing that like he heard me. So yeah, that was really cool. And this was the cool posters that I got. This one is from Tron. Super excited. And then this one was from Badlands, Predator. And it has
Fanning, her
Yeah.
last name is Fanning. I forgot her
Fanning.
first name.
No.
Oh, is that Elle Fanning? I think it may be Elle Fanning.
I'm not
yeah. It's
sure,
one of the
but-
Fanning sisters.
Yeah, she was there. It was awesome. It was great just to like see it all and talk about how they worked everything out, and it was just amazing.
And the cool thing, every item that she showed, she got for free.
Yeah.
This and at Hall H and at different panels that we try to go see. A lot of the reasons we go see them was to give away freebies.
Yeah.
So speaking of freebies, I got this. This is Magic the Gathering Spider-Man decks. This was off-site. By off-site is right across the street from the convention center is the Gas Lamp District. And that's basically transformed to all types of Hollywood shows and movies and TV shows or card games. And this one was Magic the Gathering. I got 4 of these decks right here. Let me pick up another one here. These 2. I've never played Magic the Gathering.
I don't even know. I don't know anything about it.
There's one thing about Comic-Con. You just go for stuff that are free. And they also gave away this comic book at that same place. And that was transformed basically like into the Daily Bugle, where Spider-Man, was a photographer.
I didn't know that.
And they gave away this book, of Amazing Spider-Man #1. No, it's not the original comic book, but they gave that away, which is pretty cool. And also, when I picked up this Marvel Mint box, I forgot to mention they also had some Scotty Young pins there. And some Marvel, the official Marvel store pins, and I picked these up here.
Ooh, those are cool.
I picked this up.
Nice. I didn't see those yet.
And I picked this one up here.
Nice. I like the Falcon one.
Yeah. So also during San Diego Comic-Con, there's a lot of photo ops that you can take, basically at many booths during San Diego Comic-Con. You just get in line and you take a photo shoot of certain shows. And this one is from the Daily Planet, and this is about the recent Superman movie. It says, "Is the hero back?" And my daughter and I took a photo shot right there.
Yeah, he took me to that one. I took him to the Avatar one.
Yeah.
And we got to take a picture with Appa.
So one of the main reasons I like going to San Diego Comic-Con is I like going to, like I said, to panels where they give away free items, and a lot of times I'm always after their comic books. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but when I do my own panel, it's on a Friday in the evening, and there's a few panels that I miss. But a couple of my friends, they did manage to get me some of the books, and I'm going to show them to you here. Most of these are Marvel books. I haven't even opened them yet. And this one is of the Fantastic Four. I think this is the coolest one. This is a Spider-Man one. I like the
that one
black
looks
version. This
amazing.
one is a pretty cool looking book here. And this one is Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe.
Ooh.
It's a black
I
and
didn't
white
see
cover
that
one.
That's cool.
And a couple more. Oh, I got two. One's the same one. Oh, same one. And my last one that I picked up at a panel was X-Men.
There was one thing I forgot to bring up in Hall H was the Stephen King novel that's being made into a book that he's actually read. That book came out in like 1979, I believe. I
remember reading that book a long time ago.
Yeah, he published it under an alias though.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Yeah, because I guess when he first like tried to get it submitted, they were like, no. And it stayed in a drawer for like a decade, and then he tried again and he got it published. But they showed us the first 15 minutes and I was just
hooked.
Just drawn.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even really understand. You know, it's just amazing what people create. It's amazing how sometimes it's just ahead of their times when they've created something and they have to wait for everyone else to catch up in a sense. Because this book came out before Hunger Games, before Survivor, like. It's just original. That's all I can say. I'm speechless because it's just original. Yeah,
I remember reading the book like in the 1980s. What was it called? I think it was called
The Long Walk.
Yeah, the premise of that storyline basically is, I think you have to be a younger person, if I'm correct.
So you have to be of age, so 18.
Okay, of 18.
18. And essentially, we're just, from what I understood, we just live in, it's not just like your average person, it's most people in the United States. I think it was just the United States. Yeah, because it was only 50 people selected. But they were just living in poverty.
Yeah.
Just not being able to do essential things to live
a regular life.
Yeah, I was like, a regular life is really what it boils down to. And this is their quote unquote chance to make a difference in their lives.
Yeah, to change their lives completely, to live a life of luxury, basically. But the premise of the book is, it's called The Long Walk, and they start from a certain area or a certain location, and they have to keep on walking. I forgot for how long, but if they stop, to rest or to sleep, they're basically killed off.
Yeah.
So that's the premise of the book. From I remember, like I said, I read it about 30 years ago, and I don't remember. And I think one person made it in the book. I haven't even seen the movie yet. I wasn't at the panel, but I remember the premise of that book.
It comes out in like September.
Yeah.
So that's enough time for you guys to go out, pick up this book, read it, so that you know like,
what's it about.
What it's about, exactly. But there was like a point in the clip that we saw that they said, like, have you ever... And it's only guys.
Yes.
There was no women.
Uh-huh.
So it was only young men that got to do this. But he said, have you ever known a man who hasn't entered into it? And it's like, they all had to think about it. And they're like, no. They're like, they say it's voluntary, but it's not really voluntary.
Yeah. So after that, we just, walked around the convention center, seeing all the exhibitors there. Marvel was there, DC was there, Hulu was there, Amazon, AMC, you name it. Paramount was there.
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon was there.
I did go to a Ghibli panel and I got to see my Ghibli stuff, so that was awesome.
Yeah, she's a Ghibli fan. So and I have videos if you want to see them on Instagram, where I went on Instagram Live. I'll put the link below if you want to see each one. I did one inside the convention center and outside behind the convention center, where they have a bunch of setups with Abbott Elementary, FX, and Hulu 2, King of the Hill. So, Comic-Con is a great experience. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You got to take it all in stride. If you ever go, if you haven't gone for the uninitiated, you got to take it all in stride, because it is very overwhelming. And yeah, we do get tired.
Yeah.
It's basically, I always say the first rule of San Diego Comic-Con is there's no sleep. Something I got like about maybe 4 or 5 hours sleep, and I would wake up early in the morning to get there again and do it all over again. And we do plan on doing this in 2026, knock on wood, in as many years as possible.
It's a lifestyle, guys.
It's a lifestyle.
You just gotta do it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think this was the first year of Comic-Con in a while that I really Comic-Con hard.
Yeah.
There was one year when we slept outside for Hall H because it was that hard to get into.
Yeah.
This year, I was lucky enough just to walk in, and I got an amazing seat, you know. super cool. But that's a lot about like what we did inside the con itself. I want to talk about our experiences outside of the con.
Okay.
Like, we went to the Badlands Predator thing.
Yes.
That was super cool to walk through. He got some amazing pictures of that. There was one thing that scared the out of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think this thing's gonna pop out. I was like, no, it's taking too long at this point. And then it popped out and I screamed, of course.
Yeah. So I went to Paramount the Lodge.
Yeah.
So that's another off-site event where they just show like they have a build like Star Trek and let me see, NCIS and Mission Impossible, and they give out free drinks and a little hamburger sliders. I went to that. There's all kinds of things you can do outside San Diego Comic-Con. The only thing is you have to register in advance for them.
Yeah.
If you get in, you're lucky. If you're not, you're not. But they do have standby lines. But if you ever want to go to those standby lines, sometimes you have to wait hours and hours and hours. If you're willing to do that, and if you're willing to take the chance of getting in or not getting in, that's the only thing,
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of not getting into Comic-Con, to those outside shows, and also Comic-Con, you have to take everything in stride.
Definitely.
If you don't get what you want, just dwell on it maybe for a second or two. You're bummed out, but just move on.
Yeah.
You don't know what's around the corner during San Diego Comic-Con, and something will pop up that you are just as excited about as getting.
Yeah.
We just like this. This was today, Sunday, that we did this little photo shoot, and you just gotta let things go if things don't go your way during San Diego Comic-Con. Because I did say it's crazy and it's hectic, but it's also a lot of fun.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
And just hydration.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah.
I carried so many water bottles in my backpack because the first day I was not prepared. Luckily, my cousin Eric had a couple extras because I was just like, sometimes you just don't have time to go out and get an extra water while you're waiting in line. Like, you just have to commit to what you're doing. And, it's crazy, but it's great and it's fun. And I think I did almost everything I wanted to do this con.
Yeah.
What about you?
Just about everything. Yeah. Like I said, there's some exhibits that I couldn't get into, because the lines were too long, and you just gotta let that go. Just go out there and have fun. I don't know if you hear our cat scratching the door right now.
That's Odin.
Yeah. So.
I think there was only one thing that I was kind of disappointed in not happening. I was really surprised that there was no Stranger Things panel.
Yeah, there's no. That's correct. Stranger Things is coming this year.
This year, November.
There's no Stranger Things panel. That's
Season
a good point.
5, like, that's it. And I was like, I was really expecting something to happen in Hall H. They show us like the first something, like 10 minutes to know what's going on. What happened to Max? Last time we saw her, she was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And the kids are all older. I want to know.
Yeah. So they didn't have everything there at San Diego Comic-Con. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning. One of the best things about San Diego Comic-Con is you get, at least for myself, my own experiences, is I get to hang out with my family and my friends.
Yeah.
Every time I see a friend during San Diego Comic-Con, sometimes we don't see each other for the whole year. We catch up again. And I've made a lot of friends within the last 5 years because of social media and my YouTube channel. So every time I see you guys, I consider it a blessing. And hopefully we'll be able to see each other again next year.
If not sooner.
Yeah. Some of them live in San Diego, so I see them on a semi-regular basis,
Yeah.
And my family, my cousin Rob, Momo Comics 80, he first started going with me when he was 13 years old. So me and him, we're big time veterans. We've been going for a long time. Yep. Anything else you want to add before we finish this up?
All right, who's ready for the next one?
Who's ready for the next one? Yeah, hopefully we'll be back with another Hanging Out with the Laguardias. It's been months. We haven't done this since last year, I think, at least. So hopefully we'll do this like every couple months. We'll just catch up, on movies. We're probably going to see the Fantastic Four movie pretty soon.
Yes.
Maybe
Absolutely.
We'll do a little review of that, if we have time. We have to be. It has to be done right away.
I'm excited because the guy who was in Stranger Things, the one who played the guitar, is Johnny Storm in it.
Johnny Storm, yeah.
I haven't seen him in anything since Stranger Things, so that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, Fantastic Four came out right in the middle of San Diego Comic-Con, so we haven't had a chance to see it. So hopefully we will see it tomorrow.
We have to at least get 2 hours of sleep.
We have to get at least 2 hours of sleep. If we don't do a review of it, we'll try to do a review of the next movie that's coming up after that.
Yeah.
So, but until next time, right?
Stay safe.
I would say go out, and buy a comic book and read it. And we will be back with another episode of Hanging Out with the Laguardias, hopefully in the near future. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.